We are live. We are live. We are live. How's everybody doing tonight? Tell you what, this daggone weather, I can't even I can't even begin to talk about it. Uh Yesterday we had that big storm come through, but I tell you what, the bite yesterday on Lake Houston was really good. You did have to search out the active fish, but the fish that we found bit really well and aggressive bites. And every so often on Lake Houston, I see that those fish don't have to be hit upside the head or poked in the eye to realize that that bait is there. But today, on the other hand, was the normal old Lake Houston. Had to search them out, hit them upside the head, poke them in the eye, stick the jig in their ear, and anything else to agitate them before they would really react to the bait. And that makes it kind of tough at times when you especially if the wind's blowing like it was today. It wasn't super bad, but I will tell you that uh it does blow in different directions. It bounces off of trees, it cuts around the tree lines. It makes it tough with the boat control, and you're having to get this jig, right there on that fish to really agitate them in the bite, and that makes it pretty tough. But and you pull up to the next pile, you drop down there, and the fish just comes and nail the jig. But for the most part today, the bite was really tough. We had to really agitate those fish into biting. But I will tell you this: we tried probably 7 different jigs, including a couple of micro hand ties, and there's this bait that me and Steve has just came up with, and man, I'm gonna tell you, yesterday it was really fire, but today it was the more. It did get the most aggressive bites, or we caught the most fish on it today. Although we did use about 7 other jigs. Murdoch, what's going on, my man? Jr. in the place. There's Joey. Joey's been getting out there. He got him a nice little sack yesterday. The bite was pretty good yesterday. Wayne's back with us. Joey asked, that was better weather today, sort of. Uh, little cool this morning, a little drier air this morning. But like I say, a lot, man. Those fish bite better on those nasty days, whether it's hot, cold, raining, windy. Those fish seem to bite better on those days. Uh, and today was another proof of that. Wayne says, sure has been windy. That ain't no lie. That is not a lie. Hutch, what's going on, my man? There's Fred. What's going on, Fred? Craig, man, good to hear that you're doing a lot better. And good to see you that you're back with us tonight. Hopefully you're feeling 100. I know it can take some time after dealing with what you went through. Who else we got here? There's Mr. Johnny James. What's going on, my man? Coosy, what's up, buddy? There's Squiddo. There's Super Dave. There he is. There we go. I never seen the show until it went live. I got notification. Yes, Super Dave, old YouTube, it don't do me a lot of justice when it come to sending out notifications. He says, "Hello, everyone." Right back at you, Super Dave. Hopefully, you're doing all good. Craig says, "No rain and mild temps here." I wish we had the mild temps. It's right back humid here. We did have a little system come through, gave us a little rain this afternoon, but it's still sticky. No, he's okay, but it did hit him up there. But they're okay. They lost light electricity for a little while, but other than that, he's all good. He had to put his truck in the shop today, so I know that he's not happy about that. JLD, what's going on, my man? There's Mr. Fahim. Hello, Crappie family. Prayerfully, everyone is safe and in good health. And likewise to you, brother. Super Dave. There's Jerry's crappie life. Jerry, how those crappie been treating you over there? Super Dave dropping those links as always. Much appreciated, brother. Much appreciated. Wayne says you have to learn how to fish in lots of types of weather, without a doubt. Without a doubt. And I still say that those fish are protected. A lot of people think live scope can do this or too many people fishing the lake can do that. But man, those conditions have to be right for you to get on those fish. Fish still feel cool here. Not sure of water temps. Okay. Okay. Well, we're bumping 80 plus here. That little system that we had go through yesterday did drop the temp down about 5 degrees, but we are also dealing with the lake being about almost 2 foot low right now. They had to lower the lake level on Lake Houston to do some uh, work on one of the dam gates. Not the cuss word, but the levee dam, the lake dam. Uh, they had to do some work on one of the gates, one of the chains that broke on it. So they had to dump a bunch of water out of there to do that. Super Dave, thank you, brother. I really do appreciate you, Super Dave. There's Slap B. Wayne says it seems like cooler temperatures today. Yesterday, I tell you what, yesterday evening after that little system came through, it really did drop down. I seen 70 degrees, and that's always pleasant. And the air was dry, and that's even more important than the cooler temp. I'd rather have heat and dry air than cool weather, and it still be a lot of moisture in the air. Super Dave says for y'all to hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you, Super Dave. Uh-oh, what just happened? Oh, here we go. Mike Jones in the house. What's going on, my man? Slap B says fixing to be like a raccoon and go nocturnal already here. I wish I could figure these fish out here uh, at nighttime. I've gave it an honest try. Uh, there's a couple of things that's in the back of my mind that I have not tried yet, and looking forward to whenever I get time giving that a try. They did have a little tournament on Lake Somerville the other day. Looked like just under 10 pounds took it. Uh, so that lake is going to be one of the lakes that I have whenever I do get that Texas Trail going, crappie tournament trail, and that will be coming soon. I mean, I know I shouldn't be started in the summertime, as most people are sort of scared to. Well, I'm not going to say most, but a lot of people are scared to fish during the summertime for crappie. Wayne, you still had any rain in Victoria? Wow. Black Smoke, what's going on? There's Tommy. What's going on, my man? Here to hit that thumbs up. Appreciate you, brother. So, what can we talk about today other than me yapping about my fishing down here on Lake Houston? Can somebody else toss up? I know Joey's been out. Uh, I hadn't seen JR out this week. The weather's, I mean, the lake being low, I mean, it's just a bunch of negative stuff that's happening with Lake Houston right now. And I know that the fishing is already tough, and with these conditions, makes it even tougher. T. Will says, "I'm happy to make it tonight. I changed jobs, and I'll be sleeping when you go live. I'm off tomorrow for son's graduation, and I'm here tonight." Well, we appreciate you, brother. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Joey says, "I saw the water temp showing 87 on my unit yesterday." If you get in shallow water, uh, I've seen 85. I hadn't seen 87 yet, but I've seen 85, and I've been over some 4 foot of water. But it wasn't in the creek or anything. It was out in the main lake. where I got in some 4 foot of water, and that I seen 80, 85. But it's gonna be in the 90s here coming real soon. It's coming really quick. It's coming really quick. Yeah, and that's the way Lake Houston is, Joey. You know, it's a shallow lake and a murky lake. The temperature, the water temperature can heat up really quick. A clear lake, a clear water lake takes a little time, but the sediment in murky water makes the water heat up a lot faster. Country Tillman says, "Have you been doing any fishing?" My question, Country Tillman, is have you been? I've been on the lake a lot when it's not storming. Was out actually out today, uh, but you know it wasn't the best conditions. But with putting that work in, moving around, you'll find a good sack of fish. Murdoch says best time to fish: cold, rainy, and windy in January. I can put on enough to be warm. Can't take off enough to be cool. I'm totally, me and my clients talked about that today. They were they did some time somewhere in the armed forces, and they said that they don't want no part of nothing cold. They say they prefer it be 100 degrees. And I was like, yeah, but fish, I'd prefer, you got to deal with so much more stuff when it's hot, jet skis and wake boats and all this other stuff, fair weather fishermen out there. But when it's nasty and cold, and it's so much more peaceful out there, and the fish cooperate a lot better, in my opinion. I mean, there can be a good summertime bite, but you still have to deal with the riffraff that comes with nice weather. Slav says it was lower humidity here today, in mid 80s. Felt pretty good. It's that dang humidity gets me. I'm with you. That humidity makes it miserable. I'll tell you what. Yesterday, before we got a good system come through yesterday, and I mean, me launching my boat, getting my boat put together for my clients, I was drenched. I'm talking about soaking wet from sweating, and it was just muggy. I mean, just humid as all get out. Mr. Wanky, what's going on, my man? Slap says, "Yeah, I stink at night fishing. I've got to get better at it." Yeah, it's fun being out there at night, especially when it's hot. You can sort of beat being in the direct sunlight. But man, this these lakes down here. I hadn't been on. Yeah, I fished Conroe one night, and it wasn't nothing to write home about. But uh, I don't run from a challenge. But man, that Lake Houston. It's a beast. It is a beast. Slick, what's going on, my man? Murdoch said I ain't been good at night fishing. Yeah, me neither, man. It's just I don't know. I'm not sure what it's going to take. And I think that the lakes with deep docks where they have lights do a lot better. And I've heard that Conroe do have, of course, it has some deep docks, not super deep, but a lot deeper than what we have on Lake Houston. And I know for a fact that some of the people that live on the lake got green lights and other lights that they have that run all night. Black Smoke say he like night crappie fishing in the summer. Yeah, I'm with you. I like it too, but man, it's just been tough for me to figure these fish out. Super Dave says he's only night fish once. I'm usually sleeping. I'm with you. Yes, sir. Craig says sent you a pic of my catch today. Only one crappie and a few bass today, but all taste good. Yes, sir. I know they did. That fresh, never frozen. It don't get no better. What's going on, Rick? There's Miss Vet. Hi, SK. I received my package. Thank you so much. I can't wait to use them to see if I can catch my first 3 pounder. Well, good luck to you, ma'am. And I hope to hear that you get out there and they work great for you. I hope to hear that they work great for you. Slick. Joy says JR stayed above Ponderosa, I believe. Did he fish yesterday? I didn't see a report. T. Will says, "Where's Steve?" I hadn't talked to him today. He'll probably be on a little later on. I've been really. I put in a couple hours over what I was supposed to today. On well, not supposed to, but we stayed out a little longer uh, than what we were scheduled to, and then I had some other stuff to deal with, so I wasn't able to give him a call. Wayne says that he hadn't caught any crappie, but the black drum hit him. That's what's up, Wayne. Those puppy drum, they're not bad on the table either. Oh, JR said he had doctor's appointment and getting youngest son ready to move to another apartment. Not as much fun as crappie fishing, without a doubt. I cannot stand helping. I hate moving for myself, and I hate even more helping somebody else move, especially when it's their second or third time. Country Tillman says night fishing. Yes, sir. Craig says 49 degrees this morning and 62 right now. Send some of that stuff down here, Craig. I could really use it. I promise you that. I'm not gonna complain yet because we hadn't hit. Well, we have hit 100. No, I don't think we. They scheduled the feel like it's been over 100, but we hadn't actually hit 100 degrees yet. But the feel like has been over 100 a few days already. That 49 degrees sound good. Murdoch says haven't been crappie fishing lately. I only had time for bluegill and shell cracker after work. Lately, bites been good, not spectacular, but a lot of fun. Yeah, I got a few trips coming up, chasing those bluegill, and that's always fun because I'm not having to sit there and battle boat control. But I tell you, it's fun. Me. I accept the challenge. I like the challenge of getting my boat right there to us. I can get that jig right there. I mean, just right there. And on Lake Houston, you can't let that jig swing by that fish. You gotta get that jig there and hold it there. And that's what make it tough for that lake. A lot of people don't understand when I say how tough Lake Houston is. They just do not understand. Major Brown, what's going on, my man? Says Central Illinois, water temp 75 degrees. Caught fish on deep submerged timber, 12 to 14 foot, down in 25 feet of water. All trees are lit up with hundreds of small fish. That's always a good thing to see. But when you can find big fish, it's good to see. But those small fish, they got to grow up to be big fish. They just need to eat. And I see small fish in spurts on Lake Houston. I can't tell you where those fish disappear to. Even the big fish. Sometimes those fish they just vanish. And I still say that they go under the dirt. I just got a strong. I followed the fish today up into 2 foot of water. A big fish, 2 foot of water. Now the lake is down about 2 foot, so it would have been 4 foot of water. But I followed this fish up there, and it just eased down to that bottom. And when I tell you, when he hit that bottom, he just kept going. And I told my clients, man, that jerker went in a hole. And I sat there paying back and forth, looking to see maybe he would come back up. Nope, right under the dirt. Jeff, what's going on, my man? Slab says, I'll take fall and winter any day. I'm with you. It's my favorite time to fish. I hate summer fishing. I don't hate summer fishing. I just hate what comes with it. Because I can usually still find a pretty good bite, because those fish, yeah, they get out of the shallows. Not saying that they won't be in 6 or 8 foot, but from 6 to out to about 15 foot is what I hang in. Sometimes I get out there to 20. Yeah, if I get on Conroe, sometimes 25 foot of water. But on Lake Houston, usually 8 to 15 is all I need to see. Usually. And that's what I got green on my maps. 8 to 15 feet of water. Craig says, "Who night fishes for catfish?" Oh, I know. I know. I bet you there's a bunch of people that do that. I bet you there's a bunch of folks that do that. Wayne says, "Always take a survival blanket with you. I've been caught by a thunderstorm in South Texas while it looked like fair weather." I tell you what, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Yesterday morning, every morning, 3:30, 4 o'clock, I get up and the first thing I'm doing is reaching for my phone. I'm checking 2 or 3 different weather apps Nobody said that we were gonna have rain yesterday. But they did. We was gonna have rain yesterday, but it was gonna be around midnight last night. And they were saying we might get rain then. So I'm all gung ho. I'm like, okay, yeah, let's get out here. We got a good day, and they predicted single digit winds. That did happen, and then around I guess it was 12:30, 1 o'clock, we heard a big old rumble. I looked at my client, I said, "Did you hear that?" And he was like, "Hear what?" I was like, "Man, I just heard some thunder." And he said he didn't hear. I was like, "Well, maybe it was a dump truck or something." And next thing you know, it cracked again. I was like, "That's thunder. You didn't hear it?" He said, "Oh yeah, I heard it that time." Man, I turned around and looked, and this great big old, I'm talking about, this cloud was so high up in the sky that it was unreal. I mean, I'm just black as all get out. I told us, "Hey, look behind us. It's time for us to put these rods up and go get loaded up." And I'm talking, I got that boat on that trailer, and as I was getting the fish out of the boat, that wind picked up 50 to 60 mile an hour. I got a little video. I took a little video. This is after it calmed down that I took this video, and these waves were still. I'm talking. I'm willing to bet 3, 4 foot tall waves was hitting out there on that lake. And I will say this: there was these two young guys that was in a john boat. They got caught in it. I was looking for that little old bitty boat to be under the. They made it to the dock, got out of the boat, but that daggone little old john boat was up. I mean, it was just taking on all kind of water. I couldn't believe that that daggone boat didn't sink right there at that ramp. If you get wet, you can still get cold when you get wet. Okay, Wayne. I tell you what, when it's hot as it is now, nice little shower. I welcome them. Help cool things off. Rick says I night fish for catfish some as well as crappie. We may dedicate a show to night fishing. I had a guy over there in Florida. And that's basically all he do is night fish. He got a big old pontoon boat, and Doctor Crappie, I think he go by. And I've tried to get that guy to come on this show. I mean, it's so hard. I don't know. I guess it's something about me that intimidate people, or they just don't like me. I don't know what it is, but it's so hard to get new people to come on this show and talk about crappie that is unreal. Black Smoke say he use a floating light, gets bugs going. Then the shad come eat the bugs. Then the fish come eat the shad. That's what's up. I've tried lanterns. I've tried the submerged lights. I'm gonna tell you, hung lanterns in trees. I get the shad, but one thing that I will say that I've seen some of the people that do well night fishing is they use live bait, and whether it's shad or minnows or whatever. But I'm not. Yeah, I wanna hunt them down. I wanna hunt them down with a jig, and that's what I try to do. And I have not tried live bait at night, but I know that it works. I'll probably have better results if I did that, but it's been so long since I've even held a minnow that I don't know. It's an ego thing. Mr. Thump Daddy, what's going on, my man? Joey says I ended up frying my fish tonight. My 8-year-old son loves it. He brought a plate with some ketchup out and sat by the fryer with me. He got fresh fillets sitting next to Dad before anyone else. I tell you what, when that fish come out of that grease, man, it just don't get no better. It don't get no better. That fresh, never frozen, straight out of the grease. It is some good stuff. Nice and crunchy, hot and moist in the inside. Really good stuff. I know he enjoyed that, Joey. Wayne said he's a cold weather fisherman. I agree with you, Wayne. I'm with you right there with you. That's the part I mean the most. I maybe miss the most in summer. All you got to deal with, and it's limited by 12. It's so hot you can't think straight and can't breathe. Yep, you're right. Got to get there, and besides that, you got to get there early, not only to beat the heat, but to beat all the yahoos that get out there, all the jet skis and all of that stuff. Get there early and get off while they're just getting there. Danny, what's going on, my man? It says, hello, fishing family. Late, but watching from my hospital room in Humble, Texas. Hey, man, what's the deal with that? What's the deal with that? Hopefully, it's nothing serious, and hopefully you're on your way to being recovered. Payne says it was nice after the storm. You should have come back. Don't be worried about watching me. You need to be watching TV. I heard it was a good day out there after that front passed through and things settled down, though. I think Squiddo went out there and knocked down him a nice little sack also. God is great. I agree. I agree. Thumpaholic fishing. Joy says all the time, without a doubt. 24/7. Danny says had to have a second surgery on my left shoulder, fighting some infection, but not a major type. Awesome. Well, hopefully they went in there and got it taken care of for you, and you'll be done with that. Ain't nothing worse than that's like going to get your car worked on or getting your boat worked on, and it still don't work right. You got to take it back. Thump Daddy said had a couple of hours today. Fish I kept a few, threw the other ones back. Caught 13, kept 8. 80 degrees. The fish is in the trees. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Black Smoke says top water floating, white light, about 4 feet out from your boat. Okay. I got two of those floating lights, and I'm gonna tell you, I've tried them. I have tried them. It's just it's I don't know. Lake Houston is just that different. Thumpaholic says jiggy hunting is the way. Okay. Okay, here's Steve.
Hey,
What's
what's
going
happening,
on, man?
man? Oh,
Oh,
good,
not a whole
man.
lot.
Cool.
Got that truck in the shop today, huh?
Yeah, yeah. Now I was just rebuilding my fuel pump.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Did
yeah.
you did you find the right kit?
Yep, yep. Went back. They somehow there was a gasket missing in the kit, so I went
Yeah.
down there. He just exchanged it,
Cool.
rebuilt
That's
it,
what's
just
up.
checked it out. And it's all good. So
Sweet.
cool. As soon as
That's
I get
what's
my
up.
truck back,
Yeah.
there's gonna be some shell
Miss,
crackers in the live well.
cool. Cool. Miss Vet says my family and I fish at night sometimes. It's fun and a lot less people when fishing from the bank.
Yep, that's true.
Yeah. Yeah. It's gonna be that time.
Yep.
Coming soon, man. I'm definitely gonna be getting back out there to give it a better shot. Crappie setting, what's going on, my man?
Hey, crappie sitting.
Rick says we target flathead with live bluegill and gizzard shad on the floats.
I told myself I'm gonna get some shad and have them in the boat when I see them big catfish out
Uh huh.
there. Drop some nice shad on there.
You ever drop your jig on them?
Yeah, 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 yeah. But I wanted to get some shad. They'll react probably a lot better
Yeah.
and have a setup, a strong enough setup, so I don't have to fight them for a half hour.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's some big
It's
ones, 30,
fun
40
though.
pounders.
You ain't gotta fight it for no a half hour. Put
A
a
40
bend in that
pounder.
rod. Yeah. I done brought some 30 pounders in. I'm talking about with the quickness. Hey, I made a lot of people believers out of them old Denali's fighting them big old catfish.
Man,
Yep. Without a doubt, Super Dave. Without a doubt. Wishing Danny a speedy recovery. Without a doubt. Thumpaholic say he fish hair jigs. I do too.
oh yeah,
I use more plastics than I do. At one time I was like, man, ain't got nothing to do with no plastic. I don't want nothing to do because you catch, most of these plastics on the market, you catch two or three fish. You having to either turn your bait or change your bait or push it up on the hook and all that stuff. I mean, I just got away from it for several years. Started tying my own jigs, then met Steve and he messed my head up. Got some plastics that fish like hand ties.
Yep.
Slap B says I had a green light out with thousands of bait fish around the boat, and I had minnows, had four throwed out different depths, never caught a crappie, and was throwing a jig as well. I'm with you, and that's what I think my results will be too, Super Dave. I'm not. I mean, it's just what it is. And I've been out there with live scope. I do see some fish, but it is a struggle, and they are super super scattered. There's zero pattern that I found. Some will be in 4 foot of water, and you'll see one fish. Others will be in 20 foot of water suspended. Now, I will say that the fish on Lake Houston, they do suspend a lot at night, but it's going to be one fish that you see
Right.
per time. Yes, sir. Slab says, yeah, I get there at daylight, leave about 10. Yep,
Okay. Yep.
yep. That's during the summer months.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thumpaholic says, SK, just let me have one of those caps. All these are ones I wear.
You got to
I do.
win.
Yeah, there you go. I ought to do another. Now I'm gonna do a giveaway on my the new jig tonight. White lightning. White lightning. It's been getting the job done. It's been getting the job done. Black Smoke says I don't like the green light as much, not as bright, but that's me. Fish Hog says license. Thank you, thank you. Dale, what's going on, man? Where you been?
Hey,
You been
Dale.
doing any fishing? Super Dave hollering at you.
Hey, Super Dave. What's happening, man? You been fishing?
Thump Daddy. Wayne says soon I will be back fishing using the fish locator I won from your giveaway. They're awesome. I hope it worked out well for you. I
Cool.
know it works great. I know it works great.
Hey, Wayne. So who's been fishing on here? They say yet?
It's been a
I know
few people.
Joey's been fishing.
Yep,
Hey,
yep.
Mr. Thump
Uh,
Daddy, how's it going,
J
man?
J Jr. hadn't been out. He said he had a doctor's appointment and then
Okay.
been having to help somebody move. So
Thumpaholic, what's happening?
he said with the quickness. Help
LBG.
LBG. Joy says yesterday when the wind was hard to contend with, I ended up drifting my bait across the top of structure. The fish were aggressive. Yeah, yesterday they were very aggressive. Aggressive enough and would come out after it. Lots of fun. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's rare that you see that on Houston, but yesterday was one of those days. It was definitely one of those days.
Hey, Joey, what's up, man?
Yes, sir. Super Dave.
Yeah, I got out yesterday. Bite was good. I waited for the storms to clear out. Then, as soon as they cleared out, I was gone. Yeah, I
What
went to
y'all
the
think?
lake and tested out my fuel pump before I put in the water. And when I pumped that primer bulb, it was leaking. But when it was running, it didn't leak. It was weird.
Yeah.
So I still went fishing.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, you could probably pump that ball up to get a lot more pressure than
Yep,
what
it's
it
a
would
low
have.
pressure pump. Yep,
Yep.
that's what the mechanic said exactly. He said a lot of
Yep.
people pump it so much
Till it get hard.
you're not supposed
Yeah.
to pump it that much.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I tell you what, I'm in love with not having to pump it all.
Oh yeah, fuel injection you shouldn't have to
Yes,
mess with.
sir. Yes,
Yep.
sir. You know, I love that doggle, man. But the more I fish this nitro, man, I'm really liking it.
Yep. And
But it's
anyone
like I say,
Oh, said what you saying?
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, anyone interested in a Mercury, their racing engine line, they're doing a free 2-year warranty extension. It comes with 3 years. They're doing 2 more years free, which is
On which
about
motor?
all the Mercury racing engines.
Oh, okay.
They start like a 60 horsepower all the way up to 500 Rs.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 free years of warranty. That's pretty good.
So y'all see that Steve has been doing some research. He gonna have that 500 hanging off that Ranger after a while.
Oh yeah, I've been calling around getting prices.
Yeah.
I'm
I tell
gonna
you what,
surprise everybody.
that old 150. Yeah, I had my doubts when I first got it, man. But that thing, they'll run like a scalded dog.
Oh yeah,
That old
they
150
run.
Merc
I open it
is,
up every trip.
yeah.
Yep.
That's the best thing for a two stroke though.
Oh yeah.
That they love them
Yep.
RPMs and to be ran.
Yep.
Thumpaholic, I have zero idea what you're talking about.
What y'all think about the Nikos?
I don't
Hmm.
even know what that is. Joey says, thought of you today, LBG. I was fishing in my pond with a red jig and they were hammering it.
Oh sweet.
Joey, have you tried a red jig on Lake Houston? I don't upset what's the name? Pain. I
Oh
don't
yeah
I don't want to upset. He already sit down and talk about red diamond already.
yeah.
Yep, they scatter at night. Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Same thing I've seen, Slab. Craig says I cleaned a bass today that had a crawfish in it, and man, did it stink! Wow.
Hmm.
Yeah, I've rarely ever cut the stomach open on fish. Now, if it's a big old bloated fish, I want to see if it got eggs or see what it ate or something like that. I'll cut the stomach, but if I'm filleting, I don't even cut the stomach open. But those bass, they love those crawfish.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir. Payne says, Steve, did you sell out of them red diamonds yet? You hadn't bought any. You
Yeah,
gotta buy them.
they weren't made when he made his order.
Oh,
I don't know.
really?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I did make. I can't remember. Oh, he did get some in a split tail.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Joey says we may make another modification to it, Joey. We working on it.
In case I don't win tonight.
Yep. Hey, if you do not have the blue shiner, that is another very hot bait. I don't know if you've bought some of those, but that bait is coming into play here
Yeah.
real soon.
What
It's a
worked
really
good today?
that white lightning.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell you, the fish that first jig I'm dropping is white lightning, and I'm gonna tell you something. Whenever I have a guided trip and I get up there to the front, I'm explaining what I'm doing, what you have to do, what to expect, and I look at the client and say, "Hey, I'm gonna drop down there and catch the first fish, and what I want you to pay attention to is how I set the hook." And I'm telling you, every fish I set the hook on, you hear the drag. I got the drag set to where if you set the hook right, it goes off.
Right.
So I turn and look, bam, big old slab sitting right there. Drop down there, he turned around, immediately nailed it. I didn't get to show him how to slow raise or nothing. And I was like, man, I hate when a trip start off like that because they think that every fish you drop on, that's all you got to do is drop it down there and they nailed it. Anyway, that happened on the first drop. Then we got to hunting fish. The second fish came, pretty quick. And then we had fish turn away. We had 2 or 3 fish turn away. I was like, all right, let's drop this micro down there and see what happened. I dropped milk green down there, and all of these jigs that I'm dropping, we'll catch 1 or 2 fish, but I don't see them react fast, and that's
Right.
what I look for is how fast do they react. And it was just one of those days. Ended up going back to the white lightning, and we just had to pound them on the head to get them to see it. And most of the fish that we dropped on, we did get a positive reaction. and white lightning was what we stuck with the rest of the trip. Super Dave said he went fishing Sunday. No monsters caught, just normal eaters. Hey
Oh,
man,
okay.
those normal eaters
Yeah.
eat good too. They eat good too. Dumpaholic says best hook size depending on what you're fishing and what you're fishing for.
Yeah.
What's the number? I ain't never heard of a number 9.
I've never either,
I
or a
never
number
heard of
eight.
a 12. I've never heard of a 12
Yeah.
either. What I have in my box is one aught, uh number 2, number 4, number 6, and number 8.
Yeah.
That's what I have in my
Yeah.
box.
Yeah. I don't do anything. I have. I don't even think I can pour number tens. Few guys asked me on bluegills, but the bluegills I'm catching, and you want a little bit. Number eight's kind of. Number ten's kind of small.
Yeah. Yeah, 8 is the
Yeah.
smallest I have.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's pretty small.
It's really small.
Yeah.
Yeah. I tell you what, you remember them number 8s you did with me for me and put that 8th ounce head on?
Yeah. Sickle or a regular. J-hook.
J hook.
Yeah. Yeah.
J hook. Man, I'm gonna tell you, I made them little old micro hand
Oh
ties with
yeah, them
them.
things are
them
tiny.
Man, hey, you'd be
Yep.
amazed how them little old bitty hooks dig into them
Oh
crappie.
yeah. Yep.
They work really good. I don't use them a lot,
Right.
but they do work really well. Don't seem like that little bitty hook would bite that
Right.
fish, but
Yep.
it was digging in.
Yep.
They were digging in. LBG hollering at Craig. Thumpaholic said,
Brim
Brim
all day
all
this May.
day this May.
Oh yeah.
Cool. Cool. Payne hollering at his buddy LBG, the red jig boys.
Yep.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Pink Diamond. Doing good up there in Illinois.
Oh cool.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you
Yep.
something, man. That Pink Diamond, uh, it's not hot. It's not hot right now, but it is definitely a must-have in your
Right.
box.
Yep.
It is definitely a must-have in your box.
Like I went yesterday and I didn't have no hot white, and I was like, man, because I've been killing them in it.
Yeah.
As soon as I got home, put a bag together and put it in my boat.
Hey, I
Yep.
bet you. Hey, put some of those white lightnings in
Yep.
there,
I did. Yep.
and,
I did.
and you'll see a
Yep.
difference in the way they react.
Right.
Dale says, "Man, it's been a fiasco. Fished a tournament 6 weeks ago. Didn't do well. Went to a went for a doctor procedure. Ended up a day and a half in the hospital.
Oh
Then the
man.
windstorm. Yep, the windstorm has been tough. Clean at your parents. That's what's up, man. Hey,
Yeah, the
there
storm's
there
been
are
pretty
more
bad. Yeah.
important there are more important things than fishing.
Oh, yeah, I've seen so much damage from the storms last couple days.
Man, phew,
A
that
couple
dang
people
on
passed away on was it Sam Rayburn?
yep. Oh
Pretty
yeah, yeah.
sad.
That was
Yeah.
like I heard that was a guide.
Yeah, I heard it was a boat, like a pontoon or something.
Yeah, it was a pontoon, but there was
Yeah.
a guide
Oh,
that
I
had
didn't hear
clients
that.
out.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
I'm not gonna say that, that I heard that. Man, I would quit guiding
Hmm.
if I did that. Even having somebody fall out of my boat, man, I would not be comfortable ever again with other people on my boat. You gotta get the best equipment. Uh, and I'm gonna tell you that's one of the very first things I explain to my clients. I actually sit in the hot seat. Your right side is always depending on your setup. The hot side on my boat is the right side. So when I first walk up to my front deck, I didn't have to explain this in my doggle since we were in the boat. We were sitting in the boat on the doggle. But on the nitro, we get up on the front deck, bass boat, and I tell them, hey, you turn your seat facing the back of the boat, you sit down facing the back of the boat, and then you turn to the front of the boat.
Right.
When you go to get up, you spin around, face the back of the boat, and then get up and you're free to walk. Because man, I'm gonna tell you, I would that would destroy me. That would destroy me. Somebody falling out of my boat or a person getting drowning. And I've had clients that yeah, I don't wear a life vest. Well, you don't get on my boat.
Right.
You know, and you have to take care of people, and it's just what I heard though. But that's how strongly I feel about somebody falling off my boat or somebody dying off my boat. It that would kill me. Ford, what's going on, my man?
Hey, Ford.
LBG hollering at Slick. Dale says, "Ooh, roof blew off the office building. Fence blew over at my house. Got a new temporary office. Wow.
Wow.
Things happen, Dale. Deal
Yeah.
with it, brother. Hold your head up and get with it. You're a crappie fisherman. You don't complain about little stuff like that. Long as your health is good."
Yeah.
Craig says, "Hey Steve, I sent you a picture of my fisher caught today on Facebook. Only one crappie."
Yeah. No picture came through, Craig. I seen you sent something, but nothing came through.
Huh. Dale says he needs a break. Go fishing, brother.
Yep. Yep.
Go fishing. Ford hollering at everybody.
Yeah. Ford, what's up?
LBG said, "I can't wait till I get back on the water."
Yep. Me
I
too.
feel for you, buddy.
Yep.
Hey, I almost when you talk about it the other day, it was during the weekend. I was like, man, I'd love to get him out there, but man, I just
It was holiday
that,
weekend.
that holiday weekend,
Yeah.
man,
I thought
it's
about it and I was
just
like, no.
yeah. If you go super early, and we were talking about that earlier, holiday weekend and it's hot weather, that's gonna draw everybody out there. Joey said, "I just ordered red diamond, but even when I catch with them, I won't admit it." No, hey, I want to know because hey, if everybody can make it work except for me, that means I'm doing something wrong. Yeah, but you said red is a good color on a car. Danny says, "Thanks, Super Dave." Oh, so Nico is a plastic, I guess, indestructible plastic. Cool. You ever heard of that?
uh-uh.
I ain't never heard of it. Cool. LBG says I ordered some the other day. Too, Joey. So what's up? What Payne talking about? I got 2 bags of them. You need to borrow one, SK. Hey, it probably would have helped me today. Kusi says I received my package, Steve, and those little white ones was fire on the bluegill.
Oh, cool.
I bet you that's that hot white.
I don't. I think it was the giveaway that he's talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with, but
Yeah.
the bait. He said he sent him some little white
It was
baits.
probably a tad fry.
Yeah, yeah. Miss Bertha.
Hey, Miss Bertha, you been fishing?
Tim says, "What happened to the dreamsicle? It seems about time." Yep, I thought about it. I
Yep.
thought about it
I
today.
sent Joey some dreamsicles.
Dreamsicle.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. That's
Yep.
another good bait.
Yep.
And the thing is, everybody asks me all the time. Like that's one of the biggest. Hey, what's your favorite color? I don't have one, but there are several colors that's a must-have. There are several colors that's a must-have, and I'm gonna tell you, sometimes you get on a color, and it'll be 6 weeks. That color's still hot. And once I find a hot color, I usually don't drop nothing else until those fish show me that they don't want it. Dreamsicle's a really good bait. Joey says all my fish yesterday were on pink diamond. They were swallowing in the bayou. That's what they did that white diamond yesterday and most of today. Well, the aggressive fish today did that. There was a few that we got in the, and I'm talking about right in the corner, just that little rim piece of their lip. That's all we had that hook in. They were really finicky today. We had to pound on them to get them uh, even realize the bait was there. I had we fished the area today, and my client, I'm like, man, really bang that jig, but just don't make it jump up and down.
Right.
So he could guess, man, hand me that rod. I'm talking, I had to basically hit this fish 4 or 5 times, and you can see him turn on that live scope and just bam, nailed it. And I told him, say, you know that fish was asleep, right? I just don't have no other explanation. Fish,
Right.
they do, the Lake Houston fish, they do sleep. Al Booster, what's going on, my man?
Hey, what's up, man?
Craig says, Steve, do you take PayPal for payment on your jigs?
Yes, I take every payment that's out there.
DJ Cool says, what's up, SK family? I've been missing the lives, but I caught it tonight. And that's what
Cool,
we
man.
appreciate, brother. Get here
Yep.
when you can. When you can.
Yep.
Thank you. Slab B said, heard a 20-something-year-old man drown on Old Hickory in Tennessee. Got drowned out. No PFD. On your PFDs, folks, you can drown. Don't care how good you can swim, without a doubt.
Yep.
Where? Yep. Where PFD
Yeah.
on them? Where he says, where your PFDs, without a doubt. Yep, I
Yep.
agree. It is a must.
Oh yeah.
And like you said, I mean, if the in the perfect scenario, yeah, well, most people can swim. But if you have a accident, hit a stump, hit a sandbar, something, you get thrown out of your boat. Who's to say that you don't hit your head on something falling out of your boat and you can't swim if you're unconscious?
Yep.
Something to think about.
Yep. It's crazy.
We're not talking about you perfectly calm and you just jump in the water. Yeah, you can swim. We're talking about you possibly being thrown out of your boat or somebody running over your boat. You just never know what can happen out there. Super Dave
Yep.
dropping the
Appreciate it.
links.
Appreciate it, Super Dave.
So any of you guys that are here that's on Facebook, please do join our, and I'm gonna tell you, it is called Houston Area Crappie Fishing. But if you're in the United States, if you're out of the country, if you're catching crappie, come on over there, and this is a page where you can post your pictures, you can post your reports, you can ask questions, all of that. It is family friendly. We got several guys that help keep that page clean. There is a little bit of a process of getting verified to join the page, and we do that to keep the page clean. We want to keep the page clean. Also, Super Dave dropped my info right here. If any of you guys would like to get on the boat with me to go out and have a fun day on the lake, fun, safe day on the lake,
Yeah.
hit me up. And I am scheduled out. I think I got a few days left to end of next month. But other than that, we'll get you on the schedule. Simple process. There's $100 deposit to lock a day in, and we'll get out there and I'll work my tail off to help you put fish in the boat.
Hey, Jeff.
It's one of those trips where you catch your fish
Yep. And learn.
with jigs. We're not dropping minnows over the side of a boat praying that a crappie hit it. We targeted each fish.
Yep.
Live scoping.
Yep.
Gorman live scope. Oh yeah, see, even JR says SK, it was a guided trip on Toledo Bend in a pontoon. Wave capsized the boat. Captain was able to call 911. Wow. I'd be sick.
Hmm.
I'd be so upset
Yep.
that I didn't make them wear the life vest. And I will tell you, it is expensive. It is, you have to maintain them. But those auto deploy life vests, they I mean, you put them on, and 2 minutes later, you don't even. I have so many clients to get out of my boat, and I have to remind, hey, can I have my life jacket back? Because you forget that they're on.
Yeah.
And I use the Onyx. Uh, what are they, Steve? 130, 140
The AM
AM.
24s.
Yeah, Yeah, AM
Yep.
24. So
Yep.
they're a little over $100
Yeah.
up each, but well worth it. I'm telling you, you put them on and you just forget that they're on.
Yep.
And they do have a M24, but I advise you get the AM24. And it's like I say, you do have to maintain them. You can't
Yeah.
just leave them laying anywhere where it's a lot of humidity. A lot of people complain that they go off, but yes, that does happen. If they're in a humid area, it's a tab that when moisture gets to it, it expands to make that CO2 cartridge go off. But man, I'm gonna tell you, they so well worth it for the price and the maintenance of them. Thanks, Jr. BRTP, what's going on, my man? BRTP finally got his hat and his jigs the other day.
Yep.
Miss Bertha says, "No, I haven't been fishing. I'm waiting on the rain to go away so I can come out to Dallas."
Oh yeah. Yep. This
Miss
rain
Bertha,
getting more tomorrow night.
when you gonna get down here and fish with OSK? Crappie said, it says, "SK, I read an article a while back that said the deeper a red jig go, the more it appears to be black." I think that's what them fish don't like. They see it as red and then it changed colors like a chameleon.
Right.
I don't know. I'm just hey, probably saying I have read that too. But man, I just man, I'm gonna tell you, hand ties, plastics, you name it, several different combinations. I have tried it, and now I will tell you, redhead with the short body, short tail, or a redhead on a limb like a lemon lime plastic, I can make that work. But a red body jig just does not work for me, and I've tried it several times. Thump Daddy says that old Cajun cricket been working for me my last few trips.
Oh sweet.
Yeah, I dropped orange down today and
Yeah.
just didn't get a good response. But I mean, Cajun cricket is a good color.
Yeah. Yep.
So he says you can't swim if you're knocked out, without a doubt.
Yep.
Mr. Roadhog, what's going on, my man? I'm a bit tardy to the party, but I'm here.
Mhm. Yep.
Get here when you can, brother. We
Yep.
appreciate it. Slap B says something else. Get a PFD that holds your head above water if you're
Yep.
unconscious, without a doubt. Without a doubt. I highly advise that AM24, that Onyx AM24. It's a great life vest. It's the one that Steve. That's what you use too, right?
Yep.
The
Yep.
Onyx. Yep.
Yeah, I got 3 of them. Yep, for
Yep.
my whole family.
Yep.
Yep.
And that's the link to the Facebook page that I was telling you guys about a little while ago. I'd give very detailed information. Yeah, I used to put that on my SK just regular page, and man, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna see if I can't draw some attention, man, because I know a lot of people enjoy reading my because I give you the deal, and I bet you Jr. and Joey can attest to that because it was just like Joey with the pink diamond. The pink diamond has been hot.
Oh man, I can't get it. I have to
Blue
block
get
that.
them old beds.
Yeah, I can't. I have to
Oh,
block that light out.
that's perspective, huh?
Yep. This is a good one.
Cool.
Maybe this one will show. Let me get. Oh yeah, nothing but crappie.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, send some of that down here. Just some of that down here.
About 60 of them on there. You can pull about 20 of them pretty easy, and then after, if you want to
Yeah,
stay there, but I don't. There's a
yeah.
lay down that was loaded.
Wow.
Yep.
Oh, it's active cast helm feature.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, it was a video. It was
Yeah.
pretty short. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah. I fished them 2 spots. All I
Wow.
wanted was enough for dinner, but I got to get a
Uh-huh.
limit off both spots.
Yeah.
Just playing with them. All
Uh-huh.
I've done playing with the crappie lately, just reactions and just learning what they're doing.
Right, right,
Yeah.
right. Joey says they call it Houston area, but you can be like Catching. Catching, I know you guys know Catching. He's been on the show several times. Uh, avid bank fisherman for crappie. Fish a lot of docks on a lot of different lakes, and he even posts on the page. And Joey say he brags on how your fish are nowhere on brags on how his fish are nowhere near Houston. Yeah, I don't care what he posts over there. If he caught a rod and reel.
Yeah.
Dragged a rod and reel out of the a lake he was fishing
Yeah, I seen that.
yesterday, and he still posted caught nowhere near Houston. That's what's up. Rick says being ran over while fishing is unfortunately a very real possibility these days, without a doubt.
Oh yeah.
I was sitting in the river one day on Lake Houston, East Fork, and I had a bass boat come around the corner. He was about to lose it anyway, and I'm gonna tell you that guy got so close to me, and just looked at him. I just shook my head, and you could see him talking about, "Man, I'm sorry, I'm sorry." You could see, but things do happen at the snap of a finger, and you have to be prepared.
Yeah.
Nobody wants it to happen, but you have to be prepared. Great, great, great comment, Rick.
Yep. And keep your boat in tip top shape. A
Yep,
lot of guys on the maintenance. "Oh, I'll do it later, and this is doing. But yeah, make sure
yep.
your stuff's in good order because you got to be
Craig,
safe out there.
Craig say when crappie sleep, they snore, and that's why you see bubbles on the top of the water.
Yeah. It's when I'm snatching them so hard they be bubbling. Mm.
Yep. Miss Bertha, without a doubt. Without a doubt. You come down here and load up a cooler with bluegill.
Oh yeah,
I'm talking about filleting size
yeah,
bluegill.
yeah. I noticed a lot more bluegill pictures in
Oh yeah.
the
Yep.
North Texas forums
Yeah.
over the last 3 days.
Yeah. And I'll tell you, the lake we're heading Lake Conroe up down here. That lake needs to be beat up. Man,
Right,
it has way too many bluegill.
right.
Way too many.
Yeah, I'm gonna as soon as I get my truck back, I'm gonna do a 2 day bluegill adventure.
Those new CO2 PFDs are redesigned of the military May West Life Fest. May
Oh, okay.
West. Huh. Is that a Onyx? Is that Onyx JR? I hadn't seen that one. May West Life Fest.
Mm.
Huh. I have to look into that.
Yeah,
An AM 24 is cheaper than a funeral or
yeah,
leaving your loved ones without you. You're going to wear it when it's comfortable. Yep, they are
yeah,
expensive, but
yeah,
you are priceless.
yeah. Bass Pro runs specials. $69.
Yep.
Yep.
And here is something else that is very, very important if you do go with the inflatable. If you only have inflatable life vest, they don't count unless you have them on.
Yeah.
You can have the vest in your boat, but if the game warden or lake patrol come up on you and you do not have the vest on, it's like you don't even have it in your boat.
Yep. And kids, you can't have them with an
Yeah,
auto.
I think it's
Yeah.
14 up.
Yeah.
14 up, you can you have to be at least 14 for it to work,
Yeah.
for it to be legal.
Yeah. Because the game warden will give you a ticket. Kids, yeah, because
Hey,
they
they
don't.
they
Yeah.
do not play with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Life vest and a throw cushion, all
Yeah.
in a fire extinguisher and a horn. I mean,
Yeah.
well, you can sort of get away with a horn, but a throwable and your life vest, you're
Fire
almost
extinguisher.
guaranteed. Yep,
They
you're
get
almost
more people on fire extinguishers than anything.
yeah, yep,
Because after a
yep.
few years, the pressure goes below.
Mm-hmm. Dale says orange is a good color on Somerville. It's just one of my go-to when I'm there. Awesome,
Okay.
awesome.
I'd like to
Miss
check that lake out too. I hear a lot of people talking about
It's
it.
hey, I'm on.
Yeah.
They're talking about doing a monthly tournament there. So if that happens, and it's not just when certain people are on good fish, and it's going to be a consistent deal to where they do it every month. Uh, I'll be up there. I won't be going anyway because they got some repairs, some big time repairs coming on Lake Houston, and I think they're going to right at drain that lake to do these. Well, it's not really repairs, but it's really upgrades to the dam. I'm willing to bet they're going to drop that lake 6 or 7 foot, and it's going to be almost impossible to launch anywhere on it. Miss Bertha says, real soon, SK, I want to come and get on those bluegill. I like crappie, but I love bluegill. They are a lot of fun to catch.
Oh yeah.
They are a lot of fun to catch. Bending ballistics, man, where have you been? Oh, you say Kentucky tornadoes are no joke.
Oh yeah. Oof.
Tell you what, I thought one was going to come down that lake yesterday. 50, 60 mile an hour winds, man. I'm talking about it. It was terrible. It was terrible. Jesse, what's going on?
Hey Jesse.
Uh-oh. Benny Belisha says, my entire shop is gone. CNC machines fried, building collapse. Insurance is a scam. Wow. Man, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Oh yeah.
So sorry to hear that, brother.
Man.
Slap B says, SK, you may not believe it, but done a little ditch pickle fishing Monday with my brother. I felt like I was cheating. It's a lot of fun. I mean, them old things they come up and bust the top. I like fishing for them with top water. That's the only way I like fishing for them. And it's a lot of fun. They come out of the water, jump, give you a couple of jumps, fight pretty decent. May West is a Navy life jacket which had the CO2 or manual blow up hose on it. These were in the Navy back in the 60s. Okay. I've never even heard of it. May West.
Hmm.
Huh. Slabby says, it's been a long time since I've targeted them dish pickles. And for those that don't know, a dish pickle is a largemouth bass. Some people may not know. We had a pretty water bite was fun. Top water bite was fun. Yep. That's the only way I like to catch them.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Spinner
Look, dude,
baits, buzz baits.
what's going on, D? What's going on, fellas? I spent the
Hey
day getting
Damien.
my tackle box organized. That's always
Oh,
fun.
yep. That's what I got to get ready to do again.
Yeah, I get mine situated and then it's right back messed up my next
Yep.
trip. Okay, that's what's up. See, he's been busy with matches, hadn't had much time.
Okay.
Well, no, the tornadoes have put a huge damper on just general income. I've been uploading some here and there. Cool.
Okay.
Keep your head up, brother.
Yeah.
I know dealing with them insurance company is, I mean, it's tough. Okay, using the frog in the grass is fun. Don't tell nobody.
Hmm.
That's funny. That is funny right there. That is funny. Oh, one thing that talking about live scope here, uh, and my clients today, it's tough to remember this because I'm gonna tell you, if you're looking at something, I know I'm probably gonna mess this up. This is my right side, so this may be it's showing as y'all. This is the left side. So if you see something right here and you want to get it to here, you move. You want to move it over here. But with live scope, you got numbers across it. Man, I gotta do it from here to there. I gotta do it backwards. So usually you got an angle. How's it go? Let me get my hand right on the camera. Can't get no, it's that way. Nope, that way. I can't get my hand right, Steve. Let me
Yeah,
try
I'll
to
have
get it
to
right. So you got a cone that's sort of like this right here. And from here, right here is usually
Yeah,
zero.
I'll help you out. I don't know if they can see it though, but
Okay, see that angle? Can you point to the angle right there? See the angle in the corner that's sort of like this?
Right there.
Right there.
Where the 12.2 is.
Exactly.
Yep.
So that angle right there, right here at that point is 0. So it's going to be on your screen right here.
Yep.
0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12,
I'll
14,
probably
8,
make it
20.
darker in the back.
Yeah.
No.
So the numbers across the top is distance away from the direction your troll motor is pointed. Yeah, I think the other way was better, Steve.
Yeah.
So it's distance away from the direction your troll motor is pointing. Now, in actual, in common, in human thinking, if this is your jig and this is the fish, you want to move your jig. Move. I
Yep.
got to do it
Like
the
that.
right hand. Yep, right there. See that
Yep.
angle
Yep.
right there? So you can see the 0, 2, 4, 6. You can see the numbers up top.
Yep.
Distance away from your troll motor. So it's human nature to say if my jig is right here and the fish is right here, I'm gonna move my jig over to the right and it should get closer. But guess what? You move your jig to the right and it fades out because you took it out of the cone. So in actuality, if your jig is hanging at, say for instance, up here at the top right here is 4. If your jig is hanging right there at 4 and the fish is right here at 6, you want to push that jig away from the troll motor and you'll see that jig come closer. It takes a lot of on the water time to get it. And I'm gonna tell you something. If you form a bad habit and you think you go out there catch a few fish when they're super aggressive, okay, yeah, you think you got it. But in reality, you're training yourself to fail. And what I tell I usually will stop and I'll tell my clients, okay, so you see your jig hanging right there. So I say, push your rod out, straight out in front of the boat, and you'll see that jig go to the right side of that screen. Okay, and they hold it there. So okay, now pull your rod to you, and you'll see that jig come back towards the boat. It's called forward facing sonar for a reason. Now you can't turn that screen the length of your boat because you won't be able to see it. So you have to train your mind that the farther to the right of your screen is distance. And what I like to do is say, okay, every time I see a fish, I'm looking at them numbers at the top. So he's 18 feet away. I need him at 4 foot. My target range is at 4 foot. So I know I need to move my boat forward. And as I move my boat forward, you see that fish getting closer to that 4 foot mark. Now, once it hits 6 foot, I know I can push my rod out and I'll see my jig move forward. And the jig will move right on my screen. I want you guys to listen to what I'm saying. If you see your jig and you see the fish, and the fish is right, the fish is right of your jig. It's not to the right of your boat. It can be to the right of your boat if your troll motor is facing the right of your boat. But the direction that troll motor is pointing, those numbers across the top represent away from your troll motor. I want you to think about that. Think about that, because I'm gonna tell you, it 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 it's it takes some uh you have to train yourself. And I'm gonna tell you, that was one of the hardest things that it took me to learn, because I was devoted to side imaging, and left is left, or left is left and right is right with side imaging. But with forward facing sonar, it's a lot different. That's one of my most important tips for you tonight if you use LiveScope. Joey says the contract is with Mustang in the Coast Guard. JR, same principle, just a more modern version. PFD. Mustang. Okay, okay. I've heard of Mustang. I've heard of those Mustangs. I don't know who sells them though.
Yeah, I don't
Black
know.
Smoke says use a spider. Top water spider. Benny Ballista says insurance offer 42,000 on a 7-axis CNC that costs 110K just to replace the motherboard alone, and the machine is about 50K. Wow. Wow. Yeah, those CNC and all, man, that they get paid for those.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Damien, without a doubt. BRTP says SK is those bluegill biggins radio on Lake Conroe. Those fish we got on was some biggins. Yep, yep. I hadn't been up there. My last trip up there, they were not hot and ferocious, but it's coming. I'm willing
Yeah.
to bet right now that it's cast and set the hook. Joey says, talking about top water, I watched a fish yesterday follow my jig on the scope until it disappeared. Looked up at the top of the water, watched the fish eat my jig at the surface. Hey, that's one of the another hard thing to get clients to do is when you get them coming, keep them coming. I don't care if that bait's out of the water. I tell them all the time. You know when you're out and you hear a splash on the water, that's from that fish coming up. He could be following a shad up, and he's gonna bust that top to eat
Yep.
that shad. Once you get them initiated, you got to keep on coming. Slabby said, "Don't get me started on insurance companies. I can say how I feel about them all." Yep, I'm with you. I am with you. Benny Bliss said, "Are you using StreamYard? If so, could do screen sharing to show." Uh, yeah,
Yeah, but I have to upload it to a computer because I'm
yeah,
not using my phone. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I'm using StreamYard. I
Yep.
can send you a link to get your discount if that's what you want. Have to go to sleep. Well, get on, Wayne. Go hug that pillow. 3 crappie, 4 crappie. Keep on counting. You'll be sleeping in a minute. Thanks for joining us, Wayne. We appreciate you, brother. Gregory, distance away from transducer, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Have to go to sleep.
Hashtag crappie.
Oh, yeah, I just seen that. That's something. He'll be the one to win. Slap B says, one thing I'll say, if you never use forward facing sonar and plan on getting one, try to go with somebody that knows how to use it. Cuts learning curve down a lot, without a doubt. Major Brown said, good nuggets, SK. Thank you, Major. Craig says, I think I understand what you're saying, SK. Awesome. Slap B says, biggest problem I see people do is think there's a right and left with what. Yep, that's what I
Right.
was just talking about.
Yep.
You're exactly right. And then they're gonna say, I can't see my jig. There's something wrong with my unit. No, it's nothing wrong with your unit. I got a good buddy of mine. I ain't gonna call no names, but he's I've heard him say that so much that it's just unreal. Thinking something wrong with his unit because he keep losing his jig. Gregor says, what really helped me out is putting one transducer in perspective mode and have other in forward mode. Practice, practice, practice. Huh.
Cool.
So you're running them both at the same time?
Yeah, that's a bunch of tournament guys do that. Yeah.
Hmm.
2 units. Yep.
Dale says forward face sonar came quick to him. Awesome. Pretty cool, BRTP. I
Yep.
try to do it at least once alive, something that's just gold, platinum. SK, I sent you a text so you will know why they named it May West. Okay, I'll check it out, JR. You got my mind thinking now. Dale says bluegill on Conroe biting. Don't sit at home and ask about them. There you go. Get out there and wet that hook. Craig said we caught a few gill today, but didn't keep any.
Okay.
Super Dave says please hit the thumbs up and subscribe
Yep.
if you
Let
haven't
me do
already.
that.
Thank you, Super Dave. Mr. Fahim says SK, I watch your bluegill videos from oldest to present all the time. I always be sure to have fish cooked because I know I'll be hungry. The
Mm,
bluegill videos are very informative and fun to watch. I need to do some more.
yeah. Yeah, I filleted some this morning from yesterday. It's gonna be for dinner tomorrow.
Yeah, I gotta find some spots that I can donate because I'm gonna tell you, to do a bluegill video, people want to see that carp go under. So
Oh
you
yeah.
have to show your surroundings. So I'll find some areas that I'll donate, and I'm gonna tell you, some of these areas that you see me do those videos in, man, they just covered up with people now. So, but it is what it is. Craig says, I almost forgot to hit the thumbs up. Thank you, Craig. Tim says, does anybody use a coating or cleaner on the transducer for a better picture?
I just wipe it off with water.
That's
You
all I
know,
do too.
microfiber. Yeah.
Microfiber,
Yeah.
without a doubt,
When I
microfiber
wipe
top.
down my boat, I wipe down that
Yep,
transducer.
yep, I'm with you. Slabby says, and go to a place or try to that holds crappie, a light bridge or dock, etc., and you can see what they look like on four
Right.
face
Yep.
sonar. And and
Yep.
and that's another, you know, I've been saying this since side imaging. People used to always question me about how do you know how far to throw your marker buoy, and it's the same concept with live scope. Go to some visible structure that you can see with your naked eye above the water and point your live scope at that visible structure, and you can work that jig and see what that jig, work your pole, even if it don't have fish on it, pretend that the structure is the fish and make your jig go to the structure. It will help you.
Yep. If you can see
It
that
will help.
structure, you can see your jig.
And it will help you understand what you need to do with that rod to get it to the fish. And the same deal with side imaging. People like I was saying, they used to ask, how do you know how far to toss your marker buoy? Practice.
Yep.
Pass by something that you can see. See how far it is on your screen, and
Yep.
see how far you got to throw that marker. I can't tell you the I ain't gonna say hundreds, but I did it a lot, and I probably have to practice now since I hadn't been tossing marker buoys, but there were times where I'd have to take a second marker buoy to throw it out of the structure and then take the one that's in the structure in my way out of the water. It just comes with practice. What's
Hey,
up,
what's up,
Daniel?
Darian?
Miss Bertha says, didn't Aaron win a turn? Yeah, we need to get him back
Yep.
on.
Yep. Yep. He won last week.
Yep. Uh-oh, somebody's saying we need to do a
Uh oh.
giveaway.
Hashtag crappie.
Mark says, if your wife gave you permission to go buy your dream boat, what would it be?
I don't even know.
Um, it depend on what I felt I could spend. I mean, yeah, I question my wife, but at the same time, I don't want to go and break the bank on buying a boat. There's so many good ones out there. And I will tell you this: don't go and spend all your money on a boat and not have money left over for your electronics.
Yep.
Because right
Yep.
now, electronics is as
Oh yeah.
important, if not more important, than the boat.
Yep.
I see people out there in beat up boats with thousands of dollars of electronics on it, and they
Yep.
they they slaying the fish.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, it's nice to have a real nice, pretty boat that catches eyes, but I'll tell you this: make it fishable
Yep.
if you get in a fishing boat.
Yep.
So don't forget to don't leave out your electronics. Dale says, I know a spot I can send you.
Send it. Send it.
Uh-oh, look at what the Super Dave may say. He get him a mega yacht.
Oh man, with live scope.
Yep. Yes, sir.
I win any boat I want. I'll be on the right side, and he'll be like left, left. I don't even have to put my foot on the trolling motor no more.
Yep.
I can just sit there with a
Yeah.
fan on me and
Yep.
with someone behind me making mixed drinks for me
There you
with
go. Holding an
umbrellas.
umbrella. Yeah, holding an umbrella.
You ready for another water?
Yep. Thank
Opening
you.
the water for me.
Thank you, Slab B. Much appreciated, brother. Try to give some good stuff that people can use to help them catch more and bigger fish.
It all depends how bad the water stains are. Yeah.
Shockwave says, "What do you use to remove water stains off of your boat?"
I use this Adams polish graphene. It's like a quick detailer thing, and it's
Yeah,
been working pretty good.
I got some McGuire. First off, have a good wax coat on your boat.
Right,
That'll help it
right.
a lot
Yep.
to begin with. But to remove them, I did paint and body work for years, so I'm pretty good at using a buffer. And I will tell you this: some of the stuff that was on this boat that I got, I had to wet sand and then buff it back out. But it's very possible if you're familiar with using a buffer, get a mild compound and a finishing wax or a finishing compound, compound it, finishing compound, and then put 2 or 3 coats of wax on it. And I highly recommend. I like using McGuire's. It's just something that I've done even back when I did paint and body work. Oh, Tim say he get him a Phoenix. There's some nice boats, really fast boats too. Slappy says Miss Bertha Aaron Knight is a dang hammer. He can fish anywhere.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Dale say he get him a 38-foot hydrosport with
Dang. Three
three
seven
not with
nice.
three $500.
Dang.
Darian says, "Do y'all feel like the biggest fish are in the dirtiest water of the lake?"
It
I
all
don't.
depends on the lake. Because
Yeah, I
some
don't.
lakes are all clear water.
There's a lot of guys that
Mm.
say that they run as far north as they can to find the muddiest water. I've won so many tournaments on Lake Houston, going down by the dam where the cleanest water is. Yep, Dale say he used McGuire's also. Say he uses McGuire's also. Slabbuts, talking Slabbuts, I agree with you 100%. Tim says, "Hey, shock vinegar, take it right off." Like SK said, wax. Yep,
Yeah.
wax helps a lot.
Yeah. You don't want to use nothing that removes the wax.
Right.
Yeah.
Joey says, "I'd be too scared to put that dream boat in this lake I fish." Mark C. I'm happy with this little 18-foot G3 rigged out with live scope and brakes. But if I wasn't scared, bass, cat, cougar, FTD.
Oh
Cool.
yeah.
Yep. JR says, "I use SI. I measured the distance my exducer was from starboard and port. That told me if structure was 10 foot on starboard, I only had to throw marker out 3 feet since transducer was 7 foot from that side of boat." Yep. Yep.
I used to do the same thing with 2D on the front of my boat. I'd get in what it said was 10 foot of water. I'd
Mm-hmm.
get 10 foot
10 foot of
line,
line.
put
Yep.
it down there, and
Mm-hmm.
adjust my
Yep.
depth on my unit.
Yep.
I want it to be exact.
Right. Cheap vodka for fish finder screens. I don't know about that. I ain't put no vodka on my. Speaking of that,
Is there
uh,
cheap vodka?
I highly recommend the Mad and you can put you back.
Yep, I'm back.
Can you hear? Oh, can you hear me? You got any of that Mad Fishing grab
Yep.
cleaner left?
Yeah. Yep.
And that stuff works pretty good.
Oh yeah, it's
Or
quick.
the yep, and it comes with the microfiber tile too.
Yep.
I will
Yep.
tell you
You don't have to
this, that's
buy nothing. Yep.
very important. Do
Three
not use a
squirt.
regular
Yep.
towel. I
Yep.
had a guy on my
Right.
boat. I had a couple of water stains, but he took a towel. No, don't you touch my
Yeah.
screen with
Yeah.
no regular towel.
Yeah.
No, those screens got a coating on them. You
Yeah.
do not want to put a something harsh on your screen.
Especially something you've been wiping fish with and fish scales and yeah.
Exactly. Craig says if the wife says you could buy one, but that is she really is what she really meaning. But what is she really meaning? Can you never figure out when? Oh, he says you can never figure out women. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Dale say drink that good vodka. Slab B say he go Phoenix. Uh, I'd go Phoenix to or a Bass Cat
Yeah.
if my money was no problem.
Yeah, that Bass Cat Lynx is a pretty bad
Oh
joker.
yeah, yes sir.
They got a 400R on that thing.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Let's Steve. We actually, man, I
Yep.
thought we was hour. We already an hour and a half. Let me get this thing. Let me get this thing going. Now I'm gonna tell you guys we're gonna do a little giveaway. I'm gonna do a giveaway with this new bait that me and Steve came up with, and uh if you guys want to enter for any of you new guys, you
Yep.
have to be subscribed to the channel, and you have to type in the comment. Let me get this thing up here, and I'm gonna show you. Type in a comment and post it just as you see it on the screen as soon as I get it up there. Share. Okay. Just as you see, and just as you see everybody else is doing, type in hashtag crappie, all lowercase, all together, and it will enter you into this giveaway. And like I said, you have to be subscribed to the
Yep.
channel in order for this giveaway tool to pick you up. Super Dave, brother, I'm trying to get this thing over with. I know you got an early start in the morning. Man, I just lost track of time. Stabby says, I don't like the LWs,
Live wells. Yeah.
live wells
They're
on Bass
triangle.
Cats,
Yep.
though.
The lids are triangles. Yeah. It's kind of different.
I do on a Phoenix.
Yeah. They want to be different.
They'll say he need a new bait.
You have to put them in the water more.
That's right. How are they dry riding? Man, I got some baits that I still got baits that I got from you back when me and you first met.
Yep. Yep. Do the Thursday night.
Yep, exactly.
Yep. I got some baits from like 10 years ago in boxes I just gone through.
Yeah.
I
How,
gave a guy came over and bought some braid. I gave him a box full of baits.
oh
Like,
wow.
yeah, I don't need them. You know what I mean? They're
Yeah.
old.
Yeah. That's something I had. I don't think I've ever seen an icon.
Yeah, the icons. I haven't seen one personally, but the
Yeah.
videos I just watch them and just see what different stuff they do in them. It's pretty cool. They have the live well management. You set what the temperature you want your live well water to be, and bam, it stays there. I want it to be for Christmas.
He said he wanted before Christmas. That right
Dang.
there is funny.
Oh man.
Craig, that this ought to show you. I know a lot of people that would be so upset with. And I'm gonna tell you something, man. Stuff. I know I'm a good person. I know I'm gonna send you your baits. I'm gonna tell you that it's gonna may take a minute, but I guarantee you that I'm a man of my word. So I can laugh at a comment like that. But I know some guys that would be upset with you doing that. But we're all good, brother, man. I
Yeah.
appreciate you being on and beat me up on it. It'll make me think about getting to the PO faster. All right, so it looked like we've slowed down. Let's get this thing going
Yep.
so I can get Super Dave. off of here. I got a lot of stuff I gotta get done tomorrow too. I'm not getting on the lake tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we got another high percentage chance of rain tomorrow.
Yeah,
I
we got
think
one coming
all
in the
this week. I
evening.
think
Yep,
I'd love to go bluegill fishing tomorrow.
I
I'd love
know.
it. Yes, sir. All right, here we go. Like the draws didn't stop. Good luck to everybody. This is gonna be on me, the new White Lightning, Miss
All right,
Bertha.
Miss Bertha. Yep.
Wow,
You have
wow.
to get on that bluegill trip. That way she can
Hey,
pick it up.
I I think she work at StreamYard. Miss Bertha win a lot of jigs, man. She wins a lot. Hey, anyway, I'm just talking noise, Miss Bertha. Congratulations.
Yep.
Congratulations. You
Yeah,
know
I'm gonna
what?
do one. I'm gonna do a diamond.
Since Miss Bertha won that one, I'm gonna do another one for the White Lightning. I'm gonna do two for the White Lightning. Here we go. Two for the white. I just got me a fresh big old pack from Steve, so I'm gonna do two for the White Lightning. Who else we got? Mark C.
All right, Mark C. Congratulations. I'm gonna do one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me get back over here. So I know Miss Bertha knows my email. And for Mark, right there, I'm gonna tell you, do not message me, do not text me, do not call me, do not hit me on Facebook. Send me an email. That way I can keep track of it. Anyway, all right, here we go with Steve's
Yep.
giveaway.
Yep.
Congratulations, Miss Bertha and Mark. Y'all got some great baits that's coming to you. Par
Par. All right. Congratulations,
1388.
Par.
Par
Yep.
1388.
Just
Another
send me a
thing,
message or email, and I'll get it off to you, Par.
Mark Mark, see if when you email me, do not forget the S behind the K. Do not forget the S behind the K because it will not come through. It's SKS Crappie Catching Adventures. And
Yep.
for par, here's Steve's email. If
Or hit
you
me up on Limits Tackle on Facebook. Either way.
Either way.
Yep. And we'll get them off to you. Start catching some slabs.
Yep. Super Dave, brother, we really do appreciate you. I know Slick's probably asleep by now, but we appreciate him also
Yep.
helping with keeping the chat clean.
Yep.
Steve,
Yep.
always appreciate you, brother. Everybody in the chat, we really do appreciate you. Let me get this thing here closed out so you can really see that
Yep.
we really do appreciate you. Look straight into the camera. Thank you,
Yep.
thank you, thank you for joining us. Always appreciate you guys coming on, speaking, talking, and don't forget, don't be afraid to talk about your trip, even
Yep.
if you don't catch anything.
Oh, I
Tell us
got one
what you
more thing. Yeah, I dropped my truck off at the dealer in Waxahachie today, and I go in the waiting room waiting for the wife to pick me up to bring me home. And this gentleman was there. He was like, "Hey, Steve," and I was thinking, he's like, "Yeah, I watch your lives with SK," and that was pretty cool.
really.
And we sat there and talked about crappie fishing. Yeah, it
Wow,
was cool, man. Yep,
that is super cool.
yep. So
That's super
yeah,
cool,
appreciate everyone that comes on here. You know what I mean?
without a doubt.
Yeah, hopefully we can meet everyone. And
That's super
go
cool. Yep.
catch some slabs.
Thank all you guys.
Yep,
All right, as Super Dave always says, be sure to wear those PFDs.
yep,
And as we always say, we'll be back next week, same time, same flavor.
yep.
Peace.
Take care.